Well, hello everybody. It's Dr. Carmen Bryan. This is Car Chronicles. How are you guys doing? You doing all right? Well, all right. Let's get started. You guys ready? Let's do it. Let's talk about this grandiose narcissist. We talk about it, we hear about it, but what does it really mean when you're talking about the grandiosity in the grandiose narcissist? So grandiosity, that is that narcissist that has to be bigger than life. That grandiosity is this inflated self-esteem, this inflated self of importance. They make themselves more important than the average narcissist, or the average person. They are so important that you have to see their importance. And remember, I talked about in the past, when you look at a narcissist, everything that they do, is right is wrong, wrong is right, good is bad, bad is good. And so you have to change your perspective on how you see the narcissist, because everything that you see is an illusion. It's not really what it is. And if you really want to know just how bad that narcissist is, look how big they've inflated their ego, their self-esteem. And it lets you know that the greater the grandiosity, the deeper the wound is, the worse the self-esteem is. The worst thing that you can do to that type of narcissist that has this inflated self-esteem is to ignore them, to make them irrelevant, to make them less important. That is the greatest narcissistic injury you can give them. A lot of the somatic narcissists, these are the ones, they've got to be seen. They've got to, some of them do have money. So, not all of them are poor and broke. A lot of them do have money, but their importance is on the materialistic things and how people view them. They thrive off of the validation from other people. They have to have the validation. They have to be seen. When you listen to them, they lack empathy because it's all about themselves. When you listen to their conversation, it starts off with you or anybody else, but in the midst of the conversation, you already know it's going to turn right back around to them. What they have, what they do, who they know, what they drive, and they'll throw, it's not all about what you have, because if someone else is doing it, they'll focus their attention on. It's not all about, that's real arrogant. It's not all about what you have. You have to think about other people. No, what it is it's not all about you. You have to interpret the language, because there's a language that goes with it. No, it's not all about you. You need to stop focusing on yourself. You need to stop thinking about materialistic things. People don't always want to be around a person that always thinks about themselves. No, because what they're really saying is because you need to stop thinking about yourself and think about me. It's not all about what you have, because now it becomes a competition to that narcissist. It's also about what I have. You need to focus your attention on me. These are the people that are very charismatic. They pull people into their orbit. They pull people into their orbit. They have to have the attention. They thrive off of this guy, this girl is great. I don't see what other people see because I'm around them. They're great people. When they get with people, there's always an ulterior motive. They're very exploitive. They're very manipulative. When they connect with people, they have to connect with people that are going to bring up their image. So, these are the narcissists. They're always going to have the best. There's nothing wrong with wanting the best if you can afford it, but they're the type they're going to have the best at anyone's expense. So when they connect with people, like say a man who's connecting with a woman, or a woman that's connected with a man, they're also looking at their pocketbook. Okay, you're aesthetically pleasing, so you're going to make me look good in front of people. And on top of that, you have something where I can put my hand in your pocket because you'll make me look good. This house, this car, the clothing, you'll make me look good, or you'll make me look better than everyone else around. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to boost you up so that you can make me look good at the same time. You'll hear them say, you carry my last name, or you're connected with me. So you have to present yourself a certain way. So if you come out the house, you have to sleep in your makeup almost, but whatever goes on when we go outside this door, you represent me. So you need to be at your finest. These are the ones that will buy you, those red bottom shoes. They're the ones that make sure that you're driving the best cars, and you're thinking to yourself, he or she always buys me the best. I have the best suits. I have the best shoes, the best jewelry, whatever it is that I want, they get it from me, because it's not about you. It's about how you make them look with what you have on. It had absolutely nothing to do with you. And if you notice, you may want, let's say you want a Pinto. because you want you, but it makes them look bad, so they're not going to get you a Pinto. If the car makes them look bad, or because they take the credit for what you're driving, even if it's you're the one who's driving it, they have a major influence on what you're going to drive, because it's all about how they look and how they're perceived when people see you. These grandiose narcissists are the ones that make you feel relevant when you are in their circle. These are the ones that make you feel like you're privileged. You feel privileged being in their circle or being around them. These are the ones that, and it's not something that they say, it's how they make you feel or make you think that you really owe them, because they're allowing you in their network and in their circle. A lot of them are highly successful. A lot of them are wealthy. And if they're not, they're sure going to portray themselves as such. They're the ones that they will, how when you have a newborn baby or a new baby and you just so proud and you change their clothes like 20 times during the day, and people are looking at you like, Lord have mercy. You just change it because you're just so excited and you keep changing. A narcissist as an adult is the same way too. Change their outfits 300 times a day. They may be the type to go get a rental car or borrow people's cars and make it appear as if this is a car that they have in their collection, but they go to the extremes to present an image to people around them. They have to be seen. They're the most charismatic. They could be the loudest. They're the funnest. Like the kids say, the funnest. They're the funnest to be around. They're the ones that make it rain, throw money and make it rain. And while they're making it rain, the person that they're with is in debt up to their eyeballs. And the person that they're with, the primary source of supply, knows the secrets, the inner secrets. They are in debt. They are struggling financially. They even present themselves as being able to show you how to get this type of wealth. They're even trying to tell you how to get, they don't follow their own instructions. They don't follow their own advice. They get money in their pocket. It's like being a business owner. You get money and you understand that there's taxes that come out of that money. You understand that there's overhead that comes out before you take anything and put it in your pocket. Well, these narcissists, these grandiose narcissists, these narcissists in general, but grandiose narcissists, they get money in their hand and they'll figure out how to do whatever they have to do later on. And they leave the responsibility on that primary supply. When they need something, they come to that supply and they'll come up with all sorts of languages. I need this because I need this money here because, I'm making this money work for us. I need this right here because you don't understand how I'm doing this with this money. I'm making this happen for us. The reason why you're living the best life is because, I know how to hustle with these finances. They're not hustling with the finances. They're not, I need to move this money from here to there, so we can make this. They're not, but they're talking. I'm moving this money here and there, but when you slow them down, just show me on paper what you're doing with these finances. Oh, they're, see, that's what I'm talking about. You don't trust me, and this is what I'm talking about. And when I was with so-and-so, they, and this is, see, now they're talking above and beyond the responsibility. Show me on paper what you're doing, because they can't show you on paper what they're doing, because what they're coming out their mouth, they make this beautiful, financial, they talk the talk, put it that way. They talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. And when you slow them down to tell them to put it on paper, when you slow them down, they get angry with you to try to divert that attention to something else because they can't show it on paper. And on top of that, you caught them off guard before they're able to put it on paper. But what you have done, you've planted a seed in them. So what they'll do is they come up with ways, and it may take them a few days, but they're going to come with some paperwork to show you something. But the moment you ask them to show it to you, they can't show it to you. So now they have to go back. And when they do it, they expect an apology from you. Later on, it catches up with them, in bankruptcy and foreclosures and in financial issues where you're having to make up, you're having to make up for this lack or for this trauma that they have caused you. But a grandiose narcissist is the epitome of illusions. They create these illusions to make you think that there's something that they're not. And the bigger the grandiosity, it lets you know that the smaller the self-esteem is, the smaller the self-worth is. They're really showing you who they're not by how big that grandiosity is. And the biggest narcissistic injury is for you to pay them no attention, to give them what they're looking for, attention and admiration and validation. Oh, that right there. Some of them will unalive themselves.